Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're here to talk about a brand new product from Valentino Beauty. This is, and many more, the Valentino Liquirosso 2-in-1 Soft Matte Liquid Lipstick and Blush. There are 12 shades, but I have 3 here. We're going to talk about them, try them on, swatch them in 2 different lights. You know the drill. So these are $40 each because they are Valentino, and like I said, come in 12 shades. So I picked up 3 shades. We're gonna swatch them in 2 different lights. I picked up, but they're longer names on these shade names. This is Catch Me If You Can, which is a cool pink shade. Hey, the Cool Tone Revolution members, which are the members of our community here, it's free. It's self-appointed in comments. The members of our community here who are waiting for the cool tones to take over, you will be so pleased with me today. 2 out of my 3 are cool. So we got Catch Me If You Can, a cool tone pink, Highway to Plum. This is obviously a plum shade. You'll see it swatched in a moment. And what I'm wearing now, which is Nude in Roma, which is a warm brown and the only warm shade that I picked up. But if you like warm and neutral, I mean, there are 9 other shades for a total of 12 at $40 each. Now, halt. Before you say to me, now, Rebecca, nope. I don't like liquid lipsticks. They're not comfortable. I don't like liquids that go on the cheeks. I don't like multi-purpose products. I'm done. I'm out. Hold on. This is a lip cream. They call it a liquid lipstick and blush. It is not a traditional liquid lipstick. It is a cream lipstick. I have been wearing this. I finished the demo in this right here because I'm going to demo them for you in a little montage. You know how I do. And I've been wearing this for a few hours actually, and I bet you it's still super soft and creamy on my lips. And I'm guessing it will come off on my hand. Let's see. Yeah, I mean a little bit. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. But it is still on my lips and feeling very creamy. So yes, it's a liquid lip, but not a traditional one in any sense of the word. Let me just show you how this comes off of the applicator here. And because this is so different, the application and the feel, I decided to do the swatches live for that reason. So let's start with Catch Me If You Can. All right, let me first zoom you in. So we have the little bottle and we have what you would think would be a doe foot. It's not really. Let me see if I can really zoom in. Do you see that around the applicator there's black, almost like plastic? So let's make sure you can see this. Look here and you'll see there's black plastic with like a little bit of a kind of a hard plastic applicator around there. Do you see that? When I first opened this product yesterday, I thought maybe I had gotten a faulty applicator and that it was broken because it almost looked to me, do you know when we used to use all times applicators that were in our eye makeup and they would kind of break and the sponge would move off and you could scratch your eye and you had to push the sponge back on? It almost reminded me of that, you know, bad memories, I suppose. No, that is how they all are. And they really dole out the product sparingly. And because it's very creamy, I almost wish in a way that I had a liquid eyeshadow that was like this, because liquid eyeshadows can be too much and get away from you and smear. And this doesn't smear anywhere. So let me just show you. This is Catch Me If You Can. It's that kind of cool tone pink shade that I picked up. And I'm just going to show you the way it swatches. It's kind of hard. I got 1 there. Here's 2. You're not really going to get more product than that because you're almost getting it off of a plastic applicator rather than a plush doe foot that's going to apply a lot. Look, I mean, it's just not even, that's about as much as I could get. And as you can see, it's not even thick. It applies it really thinly. Highway to Plum has the same applicator. It's the black plastic, this part kind of goes up, and then there's like a little bit of a plastic tip around it. It's very interesting. And I really have to press hard to even kind of get it to not skip. But actually, that's not bad. You're going to see it in the demo. It's not bad because you're applying the product so sparingly that there's like no over application. You really have to try to over apply. And at first I thought, I don't know what I feel about this. I think I actually kind of like it. If you've experimented with these, I'd like to hear what you think of this interesting applicator. And here is the one I'm wearing now, Nude in Roma. This is the only warm shade I got of the 3 I picked out. And also kind of a little bit weird to work with the applicator. Just not a lot comes off of the applicator. Just not a lot comes off. I mean, that's kind of nice though, because then you can really kind of see what you're working with. Let's take these same swatches on my arm outside and just take a better look at them in the warm California sunshine. On the left is Catch Me If You Can in the cool pink. On the right, Highway to Plum. That is a cool plum. And all the way right is, of course, our Nude in Roma, which is kind of a warm brown that I'm wearing now on both cheeks and lips. Now, you guys know me. I love when I can coordinate eye, cheek, and lips. I didn't coordinate eye really this time. I suppose you could, but I definitely coordinated cheeks and lips. It is hard to over apply. It really is. It's a really interesting product. Now we're going to talk about comfort and how it feels and all that in a little bit of a review portion and how long it lasts after the montage. But I want to do now is go to the montage and let me just tell you what you're going to see. Okay, I am going to start each one of the montage little scenes with a small amount of blush and lip color on, okay? Meaning the kind that I would wear out. But in studio light doesn't always like to pick up on that. So on the montage, though I will start out with it as a normal application, on the montage I will add in more to over apply so that you can better see the shade and the color. But I will start out with it at a normal, so that therefore people who need to see it applied for every day will see it first, and then those who are really curious about the color will see it afterwards, extra applied, if you know what I mean. And then we're going to come back after the montage and talk a little bit about the feel and wear of the product. So stay right there for the Valentino Liquirosso 2-in-1 Soft Matte Liquid Lipstick and Blush. Stay right there. Okay, so depending upon the shade, you are going to be able to apply it, a little bit with more force. This Nude in Roma, of course, was easier to apply. But what I love about Nude in Roma is it is really, I still have the swatches on, a much darker shade. And it's not going to get away from you. It is not going to settle into lines. Usually with a traditional liquid lipstick, it is much easier to wear the lighter shades. I reviewed the new Lisa Eldridge, which I'm not loving. In hindsight, it comes off too quickly and the darker shades get away from me and stain and go into lines of the lips like a traditional liquid lipstick. This is really creamy, really hard to over apply because of this very kind of curious applicator, which clearly is purposeful. You can go ahead and get these really dark shades and you're not going to over apply them. They're not going to smear and be messy, and they don't go into lip lines. Plus, no feeling of dryness. Though they are a traditional kind of applicator lip product. They're definitely a cream. They feel nice and spongy on my lips and nice and comfy. They move with my lips. They are not forming lines when I smile or anything like that. Plus, super pretty and easy to wear on the cheeks, and I'm sure on the eyes as well. I haven't tried it, but I mean, why wouldn't you? They do not last a whole heck of a long time. They will definitely last for 3 or 4 hours. I don't have to do a wear test. I've been playing with these since yesterday. But, you know, if you eat, drink a lot, sneeze into a tissue, I mean, you know, it's going to come off. It almost stays on the cheeks a little bit longer, but I've been wearing this about 4 hours now, and I don't know if you see it as well as you once did on the cheeks. And this is the over application back from the demo. So, you know, in terms of longevity, not so much. Comfort, absolutely. Application, very interesting. Color choice, lovely. Feel, really nice. Moves, doesn't accentuate pores on the cheeks. Super pretty, super comfy, super easy to apply really, and to apply precisely. But longevity, maybe that's where it's lacking, to be honest. All right, let's talk about the scent. A little bit of a kind of a floral scent. More of a makeup-y scent. Like it's not purposefully floral, but there is a little bit of a scent there. And it can almost be considered floral, that if you have a migraine or super sensitive allergies, that might bother you, but it is not overwhelming. I do not taste it. You know, sometimes when things are scented, you can almost feel like you're tasting it. And I don't smell it, even though it's on my cheeks, it dissipates. So there's no concerns about that at all, but a little bit of a whiff of a slightly fragrance when you put it on. But really comfy, really nice. The only drawback might be the longevity isn't quite there, and it depends on your priorities and what you ask of your liquid lip and liquid cheek. But remember, don't think of this as a liquid. It's definitely more like a cream. And I just dotted it on with my hands, but you could use a sponge. You could use a brush, a synthetic brush, an undyed goat hair combo hairbrush. You really could. But I mean, you know, it's a lovely product. I'm actually really going to enjoy the ones I have. But if I needed to put in a 12-hour shift somewhere, it would probably quit before I did. Okay, but tell me what you guys think. Did you get some? Mine were delayed. Sephora canceled my order and didn't tell me. It's a long story. It's a long story. So I got mine a little later than I was supposed to. So maybe some of you have yours already and can give us some feedback on what you think. What do you make of this really interesting little applicator? I thought it was a mistake at first, but it's definitely not. So I want to hear everything that you guys have to say. After all, it's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, do make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I know that YouTube recommends channels that you've watched already, but when you actually hit subscribe, it's really helpful to me and helps us grow this community. Plus, come on by and say hello on TikTok, Instagram, and now on Threads. And don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this YouTube community by becoming a channel member for weekly gossipy lives and stuff like that, and by giving super thanks or shopping from the links below here, which don't cost you a penny but do give me a little bit of commission that goes right back into buying product for a review. But in any way that you choose to be here, I am just so thrilled to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.